81% from the charity stripe this season is Gutierrez as he makes his first. 6'5", 205-pound guard. Played basketball at Cal, as I mentioned earlier. Pac-10 Player of the Year in the spring of 2011. Knocks down his second. He's got 8 points on the evening, and the advantage for the Charge is 8. 2:01 left in the first quarter. Beaudenay takes it across half court, goes to the right side to Christian Polk. Polk moves towards the center of the court, goes back outside to Beaudenay. Beaudenay squeezes the orange. He's checked by Gutierrez. Beaudenay draws a double team and gets the ball to Horner. Horner loses the handle in the open court. Charge got numbers. Jawan Johnson has a slam dunk. We will stay tied. Horner grabs the rebound, goes to Beaudenay. Beaudenay back to Dennis Horner. Horner checked by Terrell Baines over on the right wing, goes top of the key to Christian Polk. Polk directs traffic. He's met by Harper, goes top of the key to Beaudenay. Beaudenay drifts to the left side of the floor, kicks it cross court to Polk. Polk's three, too strong, no good. Rebound McCamey. Bayhawks got numbers, look for him to run. They do. Eric Daniels in the lane, nice interior pass to the cutting Kyle Goldcamp. And the lefty finishes with the left and puts his team up 2, 23-21, 1:20 left, first quarter. Erie leads.
That spelled trouble right away. All you had was Scott and Beaudenay left.
Beaudenay trying to answer at the other end with a jumper, and he does. Beaudenay scores his first 2 points as a member of the Springfield Armor and ties the game at 23. 1 minute left. We're in the first frame. Harper goes left side to McCamey. McCamey controls in front of his own bench in the corner. Draws 2 and dishes to a cutting Goldcamp. Goldcamp can't get it the first time. Put back attempt is good, and he's fouled.
Goldcamp all fired up, and he has every right to be. Dennis Horner, Willie Reed, Carlton Scott, all in attendance there in the paint, Pete. And Goldcamp, nice job of the fake, and eventually goes up and puts it through and one. I mean, this is a big man in Kyle Goldcamp, and he muscles it through 3 Armor players.
Goldcamp, 16 points on 8 of 13 shooting last night. Can't convert the old-fashioned three-point play. Last night's win, a big win over Maine for the Bayhawks. Not very often you're going to beat the Red Claws at home. Carlton Scott, 3-point attempt. No good. Harper takes the rebound, streaks up the left side. Goes to Eric Daniels. Daniels, with the ball in his hands, it's likely to go up, and it does there. Nice move by Eric Daniels. Draws 2 and spins left. Takes the baseline to the 2-point conversion.
He turns Thomas Beaudenay into a traffic cone on that one. Beautiful little move.
Eric Daniels, 31 years of age in April. If he's one thing out there, it's crafty. In his 4th year in the D-League and his 3rd year with the Bayhawks. Started his career with the Sacramento Kings in the 2004-2005 season, played 21 games before being waived. Alley-oop from Christian Polk to Willie Reed.
That was almost a good-looking shot from Christian Polk. Willie Reed didn't have to do too much with it.
McCamey going to have to do something with the basketball as time in the first quarter winding down. He'll go to the basket. Shot is too strong, no good. Rebound Horner. Horner has the ball knocked away by Goldcamp. Goldcamp in the corner trying to get the ball to Baines as time expired. Too much going on there for the Erie Bayhawks. But they've had just enough going to take a 2-point lead into the second quarter. 27-25. Erie leads Springfield. We'll be back. You're listening to Sports Radio 1450 The Hall, and as always, you're watching the NBA Development League Network. Pete Sousa, Ryan Matlack, back at the Mass Mutual Center, January 5th. That is Saturday, 7 p.m. Springfield Armor hosts the Erie Bayhawks on Paint It Pink Night. Springfield Armor support breast cancer awareness, and Paint It Pink Night is presented by Big Y. For tickets, call 413-746-3263 or visit armorhoops.com.
And Pete, we've talked to Armor officials. It sounds like there'll be a pretty good crowd in the house. Of course, still seats available. And I don't know about you, but I got my pink all picked out for the event.
You beat me to it. Top of the key, Horner controls, goes left side to Christian Polk. Armor going to try and cut into this deficit, which is 17 points. Polk drops it off for Willie Reed. Reed drops it in the basket. First try, no good. Second try, yes.
Well, that's the type of energy Bob McKinnon likes from Willie Reed off the bench. He's able to get right into the paint, move his weight around, and it's all about second opportunities for him and James Mays.
Reed, the Kansas City native, must be excited about the news. Andy Reid possibly joining his Chiefs. Dominique Johnson glides to the hole. Layup is good. Polk squeezes the orange at the other end. Goes top of the key to Ramon Moore. Moore guarded by Gibson. Want to do it himself. Moore, jumper from the left side. Good. Knocks it down from the left elbow. And Ramon Moore has 2 points.
Had a man draped all over him, too. An unbelievable shot there by Moore. He was mid-range, but with a hand in his face.
Kyle Gibson walks the ball across half court where he's met by Moore. Gibson moving to his right, goes outside to Agudio. Agudio powers his way to the hole, draws some attention, and goes outside to Gibson. Gibson launches a three from the left side. It is no good. Knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Michael Eric. So it's Armor basketball.
Kyle Gibson is feeling all sorts of confidence right now from beyond the arc. He lets that one go almost from the Gary Rome advertisement near the scorer's table. Feeling it from deep.
And why not? He is 5 of 6. 5 of 7 with that miss tonight. 1 of 2 from beyond the arc. Ramon Moore controls. 15 on the shot clock. Goes left side to Carlton Scott. Scott, not nearly as involved as you'd like to see him this evening. Has the basketball. Going to try to get involved from 3. His attempt is no good. Rebound Michael Eric. Eric across half court. Gets the ball safely into the hands of Agudio, who goes top of the key to Gutierrez. Gutierrez now pulls the ball back out and directs traffic. Dribbles between his legs to the right side of the logo. He's met by Ramon Moore. Gutierrez goes to the right side to Gibson. Gibson 5 on the shot clock. Tried to get it to Eric in the right mid-corner, but the pass was picked off by Carlton Scott, who comes into this game second in the league in steals. And at the other end, Ben Uzo. Alley-oop to Willie Reed, who finishes.
One of Bob McKinnon's favorite things to say in the post-game press conference is defense helps offense, and we see that right there. Great steal from Scott. Ignites the offense, and a Willie Reed alley-oop finishes things off.
10 points for Reed in just under 9 minutes. 48-31 charge lead. Gutierrez strong to the hole. His attempt is no good, but Michael Eric's there to grab the offensive rebound, and his putback attempt is good.
Great effort by Eric, but inexcusable defense by the Springfield Armor. 3 bodies standing there, and Eric's the one that comes up with the basketball.
Get a body on him. You're all over that, Rye.
Try to be. Every once in a while.
Ramon Moore at the other end is fouled by Gutierrez. Ramon Moore and Michael Eric, very familiar with one another, played 4 years together at Temple University in North Philadelphia. Led the team to the second round of the NCAA tournament 2 years ago and bowed out early in the first round last year. And here their pass cross again tonight. Moore controls the basketball. 11 seconds on the shot clock, goes to Christian Polk. Polk to Horner. Horner working to find a rhythm against John Lure. Turnaround jumper in the lane, way off, falls short. Out of bounds. Horner was the first guy out here shooting this afternoon, and it has not carried over to this evening's game.
Yeah, and right now he just looks distraught, waving his arms around. You can tell he's frustrated, and deservedly so.
In time, at the other end, John Lure off a nice feed from Gutierrez finishes. And John Lure scores his first 2 points of the game. The charge is 5-1 when Lure is in Canton playing on assignment from the Cleveland Cavaliers. And tonight, not much different. Here he leads by 6. Harper will inbound just to the left of Armor head coach Bob McKinnon. Mike Singletary controls. On the left wing, he goes to Kyle Goldkamp. Goldkamp, runner with the left hand, is no good. Around and out, gets his own rebound, goes outside to Harper. Harper finds McCamey at the top of the key, fires a pass with some hot sauce on it underneath the Goldkamp, who makes no mistake. 2 more points for Goldkamp. He's got 10 on the evening, and his team now with an 8-point advantage. Back here at the Mass Mutual Center, it is halftime, and the Erie Bayhawks finish the first half on a 15-4 run, which means for the 12th time in their last 14 games, including tonight, the Armor go into the locker room trailing at halftime, 54-44.
They do, and it's too bad, Pete, because the Springfield Armor got off to a pretty good start. We saw last time out against Canton, they were down 32-15 after the first quarter. This time, they get off to a great start. They start the game 10-2, and for whatever reason, the wheels fall off. The shooting was not spectacular, although we did see some better performances out of guys in the paint like Willie Reed and James Mays, which were lacking last time out.
Well, you said the shooting wasn't spectacular. That's being generous. The shooting was pretty bad, Rye. The Armor finished the first half shooting 34%, and it wouldn't be that bad if Erie wasn't shooting 60%.
And a lot of that, of course, thanks to DJ Kennedy, who has been a menace as usual, although I think he could be even better. So if he comes out of the half and decides to hold on to the ball a little better and facilitate, it's going to be a dangerous combination because already he's been doing a good job of, whether it's a perimeter or getting away to the line, he's done it all for Erie, and he's done it all season long. He's been fun to watch.
Fun to watch tonight, fun to watch all season long, especially if you're an Erie Bayhawks fan. Kennedy goes in the locker room tonight with 14 points. A guy who we weren't expecting such production from is Eric Daniels, Ryan. He has 10 points in the first half. Here's a guy who will be 31 in April, a Kentucky product. Came into the NBA in the 2004-2005 season, played 21 games with the Sacramento Kings. Grand opening, grand closing for his NBA career right there. Has played 4 seasons in the D-League, the last 3 of which with the Erie Bayhawks. Averaged 21 points in the 2008-2009 season. Kind of cooled off back and forth, played in different places, but tonight he's back stateside scoring 10 points.
Oh, absolutely. And, all we were talking about was Keith Benson and Henry Sims. I mean, those are the guys with the size. And Eric Daniels said, hey, what about me? I still got something left in the tank. And he absolutely does. He was really good this half. And he was showing it as well with the perimeter as in the paint.
Now, that's what we talked about. And we talked about the fact that Erie is so deep. And a team that's as deep as that, even though they're coming in here on the other end of a back-to-back, they play the Springfield Armor, who are undermanned tonight. We mentioned it pregame. Sean Taggart is down with the flu. James Mays, who seems to be at 100% tonight, had the flu, missed 3 games over Christmas break. And, of course, Dennis Horner played 37 minutes on Thursday, is playing his way back into shape. So far tonight, so good. 10 points for Horner. And Coach Bob McKinnon, when I talked to him about the fact, I said, hey, what are you going to do about the depth for Erie? He said they can only play 5 guys at a time. Right now, 5 guys at a time is enough.
You're absolutely right. No, that's a good point. He's done a better job with the bench today. He's played just about everybody. And Thomas Bodene, by the way, in his small amount of playing time, I think looked a little better than he did yesterday. So you're absolutely right. Everybody's starting to get back into the groove here after that tough road trip. And Dennis Horner, 37 minutes, I think, was all he needed to shake the cobwebs off because he, from the start today, has looked pretty sharp.
Hey, he does not look fatigued, does he? We talked about it on Thursday night. He looked like he was knocking the rust off, looked like he was taking on a lot of water. Tonight, not the case.
Oh, yeah, I mean, we all knew that after the broken foot, he was trying to get back into, that normal rhythm and wasn't able to because he only had 3 games overseas. So he comes back having played 3 games pretty much since he was a member of the Springfield Armor, and it's only taken him, like we said, 1 game to get back, or almost get back to where he was.
Well, we'll be back where we are after this break, but we go into this break as halftime is upon us. Erie leads 54-44. You're listening to Sports Radio 1450 The Hall and watching the NBA Development League Network.